Noon. It's been a gray, damp day. It seems to have quit raining now. It's still kind of windy and cool. So I'm going to stick fairly close to home, kind of walk in the Cathedral neighborhood, but we'll go up and sort of hang out between 13th and Victoria is the plan. So I'm going to start by going up this way, up Angus Crescent. It's about 3 degrees. There might have been some mixed snow with the rain we had last night. I don't know, I wasn't watching. It's supposed to be kind of damp again, well, most of this week actually. And there is some snow in the forecast, so we'll see. It's supposed to be above freezing, so it probably won't stick, but it's definitely there. Actually walk on the other side where there's no cars, so it's more photogenic that way. On the plus side, I can see the screen really well for comments, so it's always good. A gray day. I still have a podcast to get out. I'll do that as soon as I get back from the walk. With Noah Mimmelson. Mimmelson is the name of the author. House for sale on our crescent. If you want to be my neighbor. Kind of my neighbor. Quite a few houses down the street. But this one must be undergoing renovations. Oh, just for fun, we'll go this way because we are headed to the west here. It's a very modern garage behind a not very modern house. The garage looks like it belongs to one of those ultra-modern houses. So this is the alley that leads us to Leopold Crescent, the biggest of the 3 crescents. I'm planning to walk all the way over to Pasqua Street. And then there's a little chunk, a few blocks in there between Elphinstone and Pasqua that I've never really walked in between. It's a big new one with the little older one right next to it. Quite the contrast there. Hi. Nice big house. There's a lot of new ones along here. I guess I haven't really walked along Leopold Crescent very often. I come through the alley and then don't go this way, so I hadn't really noticed all these new houses. And that's an older house. A few pumpkins and stuff around. Oh, now we're really talking my kind of decoration. Pretty cool. Well, I'm glad I came this way just for that. Not that I've watched Doctor Who recently. I haven't been really thrilled with the current incarnation, but I should catch up. See, it just seemed very preachy to me recently. I don't particularly like being preached at, even by the Doctor. There's more people than I expect to see on the street on a kind of a cloudy day. I hope it doesn't rain on me. Another house for sale. Certain amount of Halloweening going on here. And on the tree there. Actually, we might as well go up this way. It's all in the direction. See the ghosts hanging in the tree there. If you look at yesterday's walk, majorly decorated. It's funny, somebody left a comment on one of the social media. Found me because they were looking for Saskatchewan content on there, and discovered my walks. And then yesterday I walked right, she saw me walk by her house carrying my camera, so that was kind of funny. It's a small city. There's a little mini library here. Quite popular in this neighborhood. Here's a simple little ghost. I think I've been in this house, or maybe not. It feels very autumnal now on a day like today. Damp, leaves falling. There goes one right now, just as I said that. And in the gutters here, this is St. Mary's Anglican Church. Been there a few times. I sang at a funeral there years ago, which was a little odd because it was like a terminal illness, and the wife wanted me to sing at the funeral of this fellow, and then she had me over to their house to meet him before he died, and then I sang at his funeral. So that was interesting. Oh, here's some more. Maybe I'll go up one more this way. There's some over there too. Halloween stuff going on here. Nice colored bushes too. So far nobody has said hi. I know this is an odd time. Nobody has said hello on either Facebook or YouTube yet, which is a bit unusual. Usually somebody says hi. A bold color choice on that front door. About the most we ever do for Halloween is put up a couple of jack-o'-lanterns. But I do plan to go out, I think, on Halloween night and walk around with the camera, people trick-or-treating. Baby jack-o'-lanterns. See, it was quite wet overnight. And this morning, when I normally would have walked, perhaps it was still drizzling too much for me to feel comfortable to bring the equipment out without an umbrella, and I didn't want to walk with an umbrella this morning, so that's why. All right, we'll go down this street. To get to Pasqua. Walk by here quite a bit. There's children's artwork in these frames. I'm not sure where it comes from, if it's all from the family or if it's from a daycare or something like that. This is Elphinstone. It does have a crosswalk, so we will mark that just for safety, even though. So yesterday I walked around Arcola School. This canal here is also very new. I haven't really walked around it. I guess I could walk down there. I haven't really walked up close to it. Not quite as much of a mishmash as the Arcola, but that same sort of style. We've got brick and siding, horizontal siding, and then vertical siding. So kind of an interesting mixture. Nice playground here. This is probably a piece of the old school that was torn down to make room for this one. Like the stone circle there. I've never walked down in here. You can see the frost has done in the flowers for sure. Cannot School Community Garden is a defunct. That's 13th, so I'm going to go this way instead. Nice color in that hedge as well. On a gray day, but in some ways I think it makes them stand out more. It's because the sky is gray, so they're not competing with the blue. There's Roger. It's very pleasant, actually. It's not very comfortable for walking. Since it's not raining. Earlier in the day, when it was raining, would have been quite miserable. Oh, hi, Lucas in Brazil. It's about 3 degrees here. And that's about as high as it's going today because of the cloud cover. Excuse me. Oof. Good idea, go walking. No, it's not cold, it's just about freezing. We do have snow in the forecast for this week, but I don't think it will stick. These bike lanes here are new on 14th. I always wonder about these things. You almost never see a bicycle in them. And you think about all the fuel that had to be used to put the trucks along here to paint them. And you wonder how that's actually any sort of greenhouse gas saving. I don't know why this particular street either is the bicycle test path. I have yet to see a bicycle in them. Although they are new, maybe people don't know they're here, but on the other hand, I just don't think there's a lot of call for going along this street, not that much, on bicycles. Very ooh. That no fruit ever came off of. It's amazing how many cars have come out of the alleys while I've been walking along here. That's about the 4th one. That's where everybody's garages are around here, so if you're taking your car out, that's where you will emerge from. See some more Halloween decorations up on the right, it looks like. Oh yeah, they've gone all out here. Ooh. Billy Rot, is he gone? Dead ahead. Boo. Oh, even on the garage. Let's not be using the garage, one would think, with that on it. Just realized all the walking I've done, I've never walked this direction on this street. I've walked the other way, but not this way, which is weird. So when I feel like I'm repeating myself, I remind myself that every walk is actually different. The same walk is different. Every time. because the weather's different and the plants are different and everything's. I follow quite the exact same path, at least I don't. Even if you walk down a different side of the street, it makes it feel like a different walk. Or maybe I just point the camera in a different way than I ever have before. If nobody's coming, I will cross here. If somebody is coming, I will go this way. Till they're by. Then I'll cross. Because my plan is to go back street by street between Victoria Avenue and 13th. This is 13th up here where the four-way stop is. Next to the 7-Eleven. Somebody a long time ago on these walks was surprised to see a 7-Eleven. They said they'd all been closed where they live. But we still have them here. Okay, I think I'm back. Supposed to be. I'm glad somebody told me this. As you saw, I had actually dropped the microphone. It had fallen off of my lapel. Can you hear me now? It says it's connected. There. Am I back? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Well, that was a unintended little side adventure. Sound is sound now. Well, wasn't that fun? You know, I heard something, I thought I heard a click, like something had hit the pavement, but I didn't look. And it even crossed my mind, I hope that's not my mic, but I thought, no, it wasn't. And it was. So, fortunately, I hadn't dropped it too far back, and it was lying right in the middle of the sidewalk, so I was able to get it. And nobody had stepped on it, because there's really nobody around here, except me. Okay, well, that probably just took out a good 5 minutes of my walking time, because I do have to get back and get my podcast done. But I'll return to where I was when I was informed of the absence of sound. Okay, as I was saying, but nobody heard, Martin School of Dance used to be right there in an old church, a building I was in a couple of times when my daughter was dancing. Not when I was dancing. I don't dance. I can't dance. Don't ask me. Although I am taking guitar lessons now, which has nothing whatsoever to do with dancing, but at least it's something. Just started on Tuesday, so haven't progressed all that far yet. So waiting for my fingers to toughen up and hope that the arthritis in my thumb doesn't make everything too painful to pursue. We'll see. See the train going by up there on the CP main line, the Transcontinental Railroad. Fortunately, I don't have to cross the track. East is east and west is west, and never the twain shall meet unless there's another twain on the same track. I think that was an Elmer Fudd joke. Sounds like it has to be said in an Elmer Fudd voice. Anyway. Well, nice to see something moving along the supply lines, considering the sad state of supply at the moment. And those are containers, they're not grain cars. I'm actually going to walk down the other side here of Victoria. No, I'm not, because of what I'm doing. I'll go right back where I was. I forgot what I was doing. I'm not just walking down Victoria. I'm zigzagging. The train is still going. It keeps going and going and going. The white thing over there is Mosaic Stadium. I walked down to one day last week. Okay, we're just going to go up and down the blocks here between Victoria and 13th for a little bit, because I haven't really walked up and down these blocks. Hopefully my microphone stays where it's put. Oh, there's some Halloweening going on over there, so I might as well cross the street. There's one for sale. And an older one. They made them little post-World Second World War. One would suspect these were built. Very basic. I lived in one. The one I was in was actually post-First World War. It's just one room really with a wall down the middle, off-center. Bedroom opened into the living room connected to the kitchen, bathroom opened off the kitchen. And that was it. 2 bedrooms actually, both of which opened into the living room. No hallway. And then there was a basement steps, also in the kitchen. No door, just stairs going down. But for me as a bachelor, it was quite nice. I liked it. It's a good size. One room was my office. It was a good location. King's Corner Church. All right, now we'll turn left and go back up to Victoria again. Some new houses here. And the more original ones over there. Hi. There's a little Halloweening going on. And pinwheel action. Oh, I got some Halloween over there. Selection of gourds. It'd be funny if the guy that lives there is named Gord. If I were named Gord, I would totally use lots of gourds. And there's a puppy dog in the window there. Not a Halloween decoration. Didn't look nearly mean enough. So straight ahead through the trees is the exhibition grounds and the Pasqua Hospital. Straight ahead, that gray building, it's Pasqua Hospital. The orange building is the roof of Grant Center. And the white building is part of the convention facilities, exhibition spaces. Back onto Victoria. Over there is the Regina Lawn Bowling Club. Their clubhouse is coming up on the left. I've been in that clubhouse too, for some event or other, or two. Here's a newer one. New ones are almost always bigger than the old ones. Almost always. There certainly are some big old ones too. This one's a pretty good size. There's the lawn bowling clubhouse there. Mosaic Stadium behind it. And we go up to 13th again. I still hear the train crossing signal clanging. Is that train still going through? Or is there another one coming? And I hear the train a-blowing. It's coming round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Okay, maybe pitch that a little low even for me. There's a new one. Kind of interesting design. But that train keeps a-going. Yeah, definitely too low. On down to sad. Nope, even I can't do that. Okay, there's a flag with socks on it. Red socks. Baseball reference? I don't know. Have to pitch it more like, I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin'. Still too low. On down to sad. First thing in the morning I could hit that. Loud enough to be heard. Not right now. Probably got a copyright strike for singing that too. We'll see. Copyright claim. The algorithms are pretty darn good about picking stuff up if you sing too much of it. Generally, it's you just can't monetize it. Well, I'm not monetizing it anyway, so it doesn't really matter if the checks find that as a copyright claim. We'll see. Possibly, since it was so low that it didn't sound very good, the algorithm won't recognize it. It's never picked up on any of the other snatches of songs I've sung. Oh, is anybody still there? Did I lose everybody when I lost my mic for a little bit? Yes. It's like the Star-Spangled Banner. The key to singing the Star-Spangled Banner is to not start it too high. If you start it low, you're good. Oh, say, can you see? Then you end up with, well, the rocket's red glare, which isn't too bad. But started at, oh, say, can you see? And then you end up at, oh, the rocket's red glare, and you're in trouble. More pumpkins along here. Oh, Canada's hardly ever a problem. It doesn't have that wide a range. House for sale. More Halloweening going on. A whole lot of Halloweening going on. Oh, interesting old car. It is a Studebaker. I thought it was. Silver Hawk. My brother had a Studebaker, not a Silver Hawk. They were pretty designs for their time. Oh, there's another train going through over there. In fact, the one my brother had, and I wish I could remember it's called a sports coupe. I don't remember the exact designation. It did not have wings. Just very streamlined. Streamlined enough that at Bonneville, some of the people that modify cars like them, they can get them up to 300 miles an hour. They just have to cut oh, there's a spider in that one. They just have to cut a hole in the floor pan, so that the cars don't take off, because they turn into wings. And of course, and the train going by it. Different train now. That one looks like probably potash. Those cars. The other one was containers. There's an outdoor rink over there in that park. That'll have ice in it another couple of months. Exactly. Only dogs can hear the Star-Spangled Banner if you start it too high. Especially if you're a soprano. There's a little bit of Halloweening going on there too, I missed. And the funny thing about that is, it's a very tough song to sing. And it was a drinking song. The tune came from a drinking song. So it was belted. And I'll bet you it sounded awful. Belted out by drunk guys in taverns. Or Halloweening going on there. I'm sure that's a verb, Halloweening. I said, it's a Jerry Lewis song. Oh, what a Halloweening going on. The hedges are where we're getting all the color now. Lots of trees have dropped their leaves, but the hedges are still hanging in there. And of course the flowers now mostly look like that, having been frosted. Or that. There's 13th again. Should be getting close to the corner down here. Yes, I am. So one more time up to Victoria, and then we'll just go down by the cathedral, I think, and head for home. Admittedly, a good 5 to 10 minutes of my walking time was taken up with fixing my microphone, finding my microphone, and then fixing it, reconnecting it. There's Connaught School that I walked around the other side of. It's a very pink house. Little pink houses for you and me. Of course, that immediately made me think of God didn't make little pink houses, which of course is actually little green apples, but it fits. Doesn't rhyme though. Little green apples kind of rhymes with Indianapolis, which is the rest of the rhyme. God didn't make little green apples, and it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. Hard to find a rhyme for pink houses. Stinklouses, it just doesn't work. Ring spouses, minklouses, which would be, lice that infect mink. You got things going on their fence over there. Not sure it's Halloween. It's just an interesting fence. All right. Elphinstone. So we'll go down to 13th and walk down by the cathedral, I think, on the way back to home sweet home. It did not rain on me, so that was good. Victoria runs straight downtown. It was the main boulevard. Still is in some ways, I guess. Dudney is kind of more the main one because it goes further west. It goes out to the RCMP barracks and Government House and the former territorial building where government of the Northwest Territories was headquartered. And it's along the railroad track and all that. And of course, the reason Regina is so strung out is because of land speculation. So instead of everything being nicely together downtown, it's all strung out. Older houses, they always like to build them really close together. When we moved up here from Texas, that was the one thing my parents couldn't figure out. We're in the middle of the Great Plains, got all this land, and the houses were very tall and skinny and close together. But that had to do, of course, with the developers who were maximizing the number of lots they could sell. And we were used to, well, any small town in Texas where everything is, most of the houses are ranch style and sprawl out, one story, sprawl out over the lot. These were very close together by our way of thinking. We'll cross here because here is the crosswalk. Or I could walk down and cross at a different crosswalk. Since I missed this one, maybe I'll go down this side of the street until we get to the next one. Slate has Victor Sikansky and Joe Fafard. Now, it used to be a CrossFit gym. That's why it has that picture of the strongman on the side. But now it's an art gallery. Slate, which closed today. The Creek Bistro, unfortunately, is empty, and I don't know if anything's going back in there. It was always one of our favorites, but at the moment, there's nothing there. Oh, I think I can jaywalk, so I will. I don't know who made this sculpture or why it's on these apartment grounds. But well, looks like their street cleaning happens tomorrow. They did ours on Thursday, they being the city. This here used to be a nunnery and now it's condos. Has a lovely chapel in it that I've sung in. And I've been in, years ago I was in one of the apartments in there. It's a nice old building. Oh, and there's a place for sale in there, it looks like. There's the entrance. Cathedral Courts, they call it. Still has the cross up there. I don't know where the accessible entrance is, but it clearly isn't the front entrance. And here's Holy Rosary Cathedral. We'll go down beside it as we wend our way home. Cathedral Coffee House, so 13th Avenue Coffee House over there has a nice mural on the side of it. That nice little row of houses there, all businesses now. I think that's an interesting little stretch of buildings. Here's the cathedral. Look up, look way up. This into that building. Here's their accessible entrance, which also didn't exist when the cathedral was built in 1914, I believe, or 1910, somewhere along in there. Maybe it was earlier, maybe it was 1910. And then we've got Holy Rosary School here. And their playground. So this is actually Garnet Street that I used to live on down towards the creek. A new one over there. A little bit of Halloween going on over there. Ooh, slippery on the mud. Skeletal Frankenstein's monster. The ghosts always work well on a another house for sale on this corner. Four-way stop, so that's a good place to cross the street. Cameron, which will take us to the footbridge where we're going across the river, which we are not. We'll go down that way though, I guess, because it connects to, it also connects to the crest, or closer anyway. I always get a little confused. You got Garnet connects to Leopold, therefore Cameron has to connect to Angus, which is my crescent. And then Robinson connects to Connaught. And the knee bone connect to the thigh bone connect to the hip bone connect to the shoulder bone? No, missing something there. Backbone, I guess. Now hear the word of the Lord. Lost the sound again. It says it's connected. Huh. Well, I'll just pull it out and go with the... there's no reason for it to have disconnected as far as I can tell, because it showed... yeah, the... both of them showed they were connected, but maybe this one lost its battery. I gotta remember to charge them up after every walk, clearly. Almost home anyway. This is our crescent up here. It's been an interesting walk for technical difficulties then. They both still showed connected. That's very odd that the sound quit. Could also be a streaming issue, I suppose. Do you have sound now? Say no if you don't have any sound. Still no sound. Well, then I don't know. That's probably a streaming issue. Oh well, we will just carry on without sound then. I'll quit talking. Could be it was a streaming issue. Actually, I won't quit talking because, of course, I'm still recording. But for people streaming, they lost the sound at that point. I'll have to go back and listen and see exactly what happened. I'll keep talking in case it's recording. Oh, I do have sound now. Okay. Yes, I unplugged the external mic. They both showed that they were working, so I don't know why it went away. Said it could have been a streaming issue, some glitch in the stream. Anyway, almost done. Just down to the corner here, and that will be the conclusion of this somewhat fraught walk. I'm very glad I did not lose that microphone. I have spent more money than I intended to spend on microphones for something that's just a fun thing to do. Tommy Douglas House, premier for quite a while in Saskatchewan. CCF, first socialist, self-proclaimed socialist premier in North America. Took a long time. Well, how you feel about him depends, of course, on how you come down on that sort of topic. So he's generally regarded as a pretty good guy in Saskatchewan, but I have heard other stories from people who don't feel the same way. So it was long before my time. I did meet him once in Weyburn, which is where he was from. He started as a Baptist preacher. He's certainly a nice enough guy to talk to. Not my brand of political tea, though, that's for sure. No sound break in the Facebook feed. Okay, maybe it was well, we were both on Facebook. Maybe it was on the other end. Maybe, Charles, it was on your end somehow. Oh well. Such is life in the high-tech age. They have an elaborate yard here. And a bronze plaque in front of the house. Okay, well, sound or no sound. There will be no sound in a moment because I'm at the end. So thanks for walking with me. Tomorrow's Monday, so it will be a walk along the creek. If it's not raining or snowing, which it might be. Bye for now.